Are you aspiring to start a business, or you want to start, or you're running a business right now? I would like to share with you on how to measure your business profitability before you start. How you can measure your business profitability periodically to help you manage your business better. There are a lot of entrepreneurs that start business, and the only time they know that that business is not profitable is when that business starts failing. And for that reason, I want to share with you a few things that can help you to measure if that your business is profitable or not. Number one is due diligence. You need to meet a consultant, a professional in business, to help you with basic information that will give you a broad understanding on how you can finance the business. Or better still, when you start a business, or when you're running a small business, you don't have the capacity to be able to do certain things or hire professionals, in higher level. Why? Because you're trying to maximize your profit. So what you need to do is go to your competitors, those that are willing to share with you information in regards to the capital that is needed to start that business. And then what is the profitability of that business. With that information you will get entirely, it can help you, guide you in terms of financing and understanding how to develop your blueprint on how you're going to fund that business step by step. If you have the capacity, you need to have a consultant, a business consultant that can guide you, step by step on how you can really achieve, certain result, because people consult them and they go to the market and they have data of what people are interested in. And, they have consulted many people in many industries and in different businesses. So they have this data that they can help you with to get you started. So, but if you don't have what I always recommend, go to people that have knowledge in that field. You can go to people that have worked in that industry, in that factory, in that processing company, in that manufacturing company. You can interview them. They can share one or two things that can help you. So doing your due diligence is the best thing to understand and to help you, to see if that business is profitable or not. Number two is understanding the clear goal, the clear mission, and the clear vision of that business. It depends on the kind of business that you want to really build. Now, I've seen businesses where in the first year, they are running at loss. In the second year, they are running at loss. They will start making profit in their third year. Let me explain. You see, for example, someone invested 20 million in a processing or a small manufacturing company. And then in the first year, they are losing money. Why? Because the running cost is coming out of the business. Hiring consultants in many areas to help them manage their business and to pursue certain areas that then they don't have broad understanding. Hiring influencers to help them reach out to more people. Running ads. And all of that is coming out of the business. So most of the times in the first, second year, they'll be running at loss. So in that case, you have to understand the clear goal of that business. If you understand the clear goal of that business, it will not scare you because you know where you're going. Because I've seen people terminate their business because of this. Because the first year, they see that there's no profit. The second year, no profit. The third year, they are seeing that nothing is happening and they close the business down. When I analyze, I look into the business very well. I see that it's business that if it is remodeled, it would have made a lot of money in the future. So you need to understand the clear goal, the clear vision, and the clear mission of that business so that it will help you having the courage, to be patient. So number three is having a clear understanding of the opportunity that you're pursuing. It might not be a capital solution. It can be a segment that is neglected and you have discovered it, and you want to solve problem there. So you have to have a very broad and clear understanding of the opportunity in that business that you're pursuing, because that can be a little advantage to what you want to offer, And if you're running a service-based business, greater value means, greater money. When you give a good value, Okay, people will be ready to give their money for that greater value. So you have to understand your opportunities and the value that you want to bring, because the value you want to bring to can be an opportunity. The quality you want to bring to the market can be an opportunity. So you have to have a clear understanding of what opportunity that you've seen, that you can solve. Number 4 is running cost. If you have been following me for years, I talk about running costs. That when you start a business, you should take some amount of money for a running cost, because you don't want to put burden on the business when you start running the business. So you have to understand the running cost of that business. It is possible that you have done everything, you have seen that the business is profitable, you neglect the running cost, and at the end of the day, you came out, the running cost is eating your profit. I'll give you an example. We wanted to start a business. Our focus was on bakery and sachet water processing. We do all our findings and we find out that the bakery demand a lot of running cost. Okay, and we see that the sachet water demand half of the running cost of the bakery. So what we do, we choose the sachet water. You don't have to run the business that you like. Okay, so you have to see from the business you want to run, even if it is just a segment, which segment are you going to pursue that can help you, maximize the profit, so that you will not be making money and running cost will be eating it. And rather, what I always advise, that when you start a business, please take out some money from the capital as running cost of minimum of 3 months. Okay, paying salaries, buying diesels probably for your generator, and other expenses. Make sure that you take out some money from the capital and keep that aside as a money for a running cost of a minimum 3 months. That can do a lot of good for your business. Number 5 is understanding numbers. Understanding numbers. This is one of the critical areas that you need to really work on. If you don't understand numbers, you don't know your business. Because if you are seeking for investment, you need to provide numbers. Even if it is basic, there are complex numbers when it comes to analyzing business, but there are basic numbers. For example, you need to understand your turnover, you need to understand your gross profit, you need to understand your net profit, you need to understand the percentage of all these margins, you need to understand your return on investment. Here is why the thing will do a lot of good. Remember, I talk about we starting a bakery and a sachet water company. So here's how we come about, choosing the sachet water company. What we do was, we look at the bakery business. We realize that the return on investment is just 6%. And on the sachet water, we're having 33%. Okay. And then the running cost of the bakery is even greater than that of sachet water. The running cost of the sachet water is half of the running cost of the bakery. So understanding these numbers, we were able to, choose the sachet water processing business, because the bakery required 30 million naira to start with. Okay. And then with 6% return on investment, we think is not enough. But we have sachet water that we are starting with 20 million with a 33% return on investment. Okay, for example, you invest 20 million and then your net profit is 2 million per month. Then you divide that 2 million by 20 million and what you will get is 0.1%. You times that by 100, you have 10%. Okay, now 10% is a good profit. It's positive. But most at times, if anything less than 5% is negative. Okay, so you have to understand those numbers. How do you calculate your return on investment? How do you understand the percentage of all these margins? It's very important for you to understand those numbers, because understanding those numbers means knowing your business. Now, you want to meet an investor. Those are the questions an investor will ask you. What is the capital? How much of your money do you put there? What is the turnover of that business? Here is the turnover. What is the gross profit? Here is gross profit. What is the net profit? Here is the net profit. And then what is the percentage of that margin? This is the percentage. You need to understand numbers on how to value that company. From the value of the company, you'll be able to understand the return on the investment, and all the margin numbers is very important. That will help you in measuring the profitability on that business that you want to start or that business you're running right now. Number 6 is, how ready are you? How ready are you to running that business? Because we have to discuss this. If you ever watch Dragon's Den or Shark Tank or any of the investment shows, if you watch them, there is something very important that they do sometimes. They will say your business model is not great, the evaluation of your company is not right, but because of you, they will say this, that they think that you are investable. So your readiness itself is something, because I promise you, remember I talk about something. Sometimes in the first year, you have not started making profit. You'll be running at loss. Second year, probably you'll be running at loss. So how ready are you to pursue and to be patient and to work hard, to mitigate mistakes, okay, and maximize productivity? And so the readiness of you itself is one of the biggest things you can have in terms of measuring the profitability of your business. Because if you lost motivation at some point and you lost it all, then you're running the business with a very low energy. All your workers, your staffs, all the people working with you or working for you are running the business in a low energy. I am telling you that business is not going to be profitable. When it comes to measuring the profitability of your business, you have to be ready, okay, to take in all these negative influence and negative results that come in, internalize them, and then figure out on how you can energize the people that work for you. So the level of your readiness can also determine the level of your profit. There it is, people. These are the few tips I can share with you on how you can measure the profitability of your business. Now, my name is Emmanuel Kela. I am a business consultant. I'm a business coach.